Welcome back to Equisito Gaming and our four-man's playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2. Picking up where we left off. We have Peak here, who is our newest horse, and we will be using her for today, even though she was used in the previous episode as well. And I think for right now we are going to do our little house building thing. But then I definitely want to pause doing story missions for a while. Just to do some exploration and side tasks and things like that. Mainly because I don't want this series to end too soon, because we are not going to be returning to another full playthrough of this game after we finish this epilogue. But I am thinking that we will be returning to Red Dead 2 just to engage in some shenanigans every once in a while, but nothing that is going to be a full series. We might do shenanigan episodes maybe once a week or once every other week for a while after this series is done, but we will definitely be starting a new game, another game, a different game after we are done with this epilogue. So, it's time to build John a house. And I always find this a boring mission, at least for people to watch. I don't mind playing it so much, but whatever.
Those plans make any sense?
Oh, sure. Seems easy enough, I think. How hard can it be? But I'll tell you what I think. Just to be safe, I'll do the reading and planning, and you do the building.
How did I know you'd try to weasel out of doing any work?
Oh, now, that is plain unfair. It's inaccurate and not what's going to happen. I'm simply going to use what I've got, which is a brain. While you use what you've got, which is less of a brain.
Let's get started.
Well, first thing it says the foundation, which involves moving those heavy wooden joists. Definitely not a job for a man with terminal lumbago, unless you want to dig a 6-foot deep hole for me when the workday's over.
Don't tempt me.
Oh, here comes Charles. Maybe he can lighten the mood a little.
How'd you get on?
He'll be back, but not for a while.
Charles, dear boy, John needs help moving these joists. Now, come on. Get a move on. We gotta get started before the rains come.
You're very annoying.
He's right. We should get on with this.
I love the little smirk that Charles gives Uncle. It's like, yeah, I know, you're not going to do any of the work, but I agree with you. Let's just leave it at that. Alright. I actually have to do things right now. And there's the little blue jay. I love the blue jay. And more carrying.
Well, let me have a rule and a saw and a board and I'll cut it. I'll climb up a ladder with a hammer and a nail and I'll nail it. Well, we worked so hard to build a little house together. In the snow or the rain or the ice cold wind, whenever. No matter
Don't hit the blue jay.
what the weather, we're together.
think they could have developed the house building stuff a little more. It's just very simplified, which is a bit disappointing considering the mechanics of the rest of the game. There we go. John's gonna get sunburned. And there John is sunburned.
Let me have a rule and a saw and a board and I'll cut it. Climb up a ladder with a hammer and a nail and I'll nail it. Well, we worked so hard to build a little house together. In the snow or the rain or the ice cold wind, whenever. No matter any weather, we're together.
You are not going to teach Charles to dance. Well, maybe if you find a pretty girl to teach him how to dance. But you have a house, John.
And I think that's everything.
John Marston, you have a home.
So do you.
Oh, I know.
And you, Charles. As long as you'll stay with us.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, to this happy home. Well, at least till this fool gets his woman back.
Cheers to that.
My darling Abigail. I hope you and Jack are doing well.
No, John, because I don't
remain
want
a
Abigail
fool,
back.
And
That's why we are not going to do a
fool,
lot of story missions or staying
I'm
around the
trying
homestead
very hard
after this
to be
for a while.
something like the man you deserve. I have done something very silly in an effort to impress you. And that is, I've purchased a home. The land you read about in the newspaper up at Beecher's Hope is now ours, and we are going to try our hand at ranching. Mr. Geddes kindly helped me buy the land. I met Uncle while I was coming out of the bank, and while I know your feelings about him, he has been enormously helpful in his own fashion. Charles Smith has also appeared and is unsurprisingly a pillar of strength. Together, we've built you a home. I hope soon to show it to you. I miss you and the boy more than I can express. Please, come back to me. Yours always, John.
Why does it show John and Jack at the creek with a pair of Mustangs instead of Rachel and the pony? They never had Mustangs over at Pronghorn Ranch. All right, we have a home. And we have a blue jay.
Uncle, I thought you was... Where the hell?
Sleeping up under the tree. And there goes the blue jay. Hi, blue jay. Okay, mission debrief. We sucked. Takes me a while to get used to the hammering because, like, it just pops up. Like, there's no warning. Alright.
Hello.
Good morning. Hey, how's it going?
I'm fine.
Great.
Take care, John.
Okay. Oh, 451. Yeah. I know Rockstar puts little Easter eggs in their games, but I don't care. I don't care. Alright, Teak, jump the fence. Do not make more work for John. I think we'll ride up through tall trees and cross over to Owangila and maybe pay a visit to Abel's Thugs over at Hanging Dog, just for the fun of it. See if we can get Teak
You're doing
bonded
well.
up to, it's a black bear. Ignore the black bear. You're fine. But see if we can get her bonded up to level 4 this episode, because she is only at level 2. She really doesn't need fed, but let's load out our weapons. So this is the first day of recording that I have done after my mother and I got back from our little girls' weekend to celebrate her birthday. And I have to say it feels a little weird to be gaming again after just, even though it was a very brief hiatus for me. You guys wouldn't have noticed anything because I recorded episodes in advance and uploaded extras in advance so that there would be no interruption to the daily schedule. But it is very weird to be gaming again. Because part of our trip we were traveling on the National Pike, which has a lot of references to basically Conestoga wagons and the expansion westward, because Conestoga wagons were originally invented and built in the Conestoga Valley in eastern Pennsylvania. So the whole Oregon Trail thing technically started all the way here in the east, as far as the supply of wagons is concerned. And a lot of people forget that. I think a lot of people don't even realize that Conestoga is Pennsylvania, not, you know, some Midwestern town or Native American tribe or whatever. But, yeah, so they were on the National Pike for a little while.
Fine morning, partner.
And, spent some time at Ohiopyle State Park, which is known for whitewater rafting and has a lot of very beautiful waterfalls. Little waterfalls. And bigger waterfalls. But who is shooting? They are going to go.
Please don't delay me any further. I'm just homesick.
Face your tail. You're gonna get it now.
Sure.
Well, he's running off, leaving his wagon. Pearl necklace. Nice. Okay. Another pearl necklace. Anything in here to loot? Yeah. Shall we scrap Hanging Dog Ranch and go all the way over to Emerald Ranch? That is a long way across the map. That's another thing. I wish there were more horse fences and wagon fences than just, you know, Seamus and the brothers, because it sucks if you get a wagon from anywhere outside of, like, Scarlet Meadows or, like, the Heartlands. But we'll at least free the horses. There we go.
It's nothing. Come on there.
They're twins. Not quite.
Easy now. Relax.
Okay. Well, look at you and your
Missy.
fancy footing.
Yeah.
Go on.
Skip. Go on.
Okay. Enough of that little side encounter. I forget what outfit we're supposed to be wearing for semi-cold. Not that one. That one. Yeah, with the blackluster. Although if it drops any colder, then I will put them in its winter gear. Yeah. But anyways, so we went to Ohio Pile, we went to Forbes State Forest, to Blue Hole and Coles Run Falls. That was pretty over there.
Morning.
And we also went and visited the Flight 93 Memorial, which, you know, I was expecting it to be very somber, but I didn't like how hopeless the memorial felt. Like, yeah, it was based on, or it's in memory of, you know, the terrorist attacks of September 11th, 2001, which is really crazy to think that it is going to be 25 years. Next year,
Okay.
in the same year that America will be celebrating its 250th anniversary. It's just, yeah. Hello, where'd the arrow go? Do I not get to reclaim that arrow? Might actually still be in the cat. Well, I'll have to make some more arrows. Alright, let's skin this cougar. Nice 3-star. We'll take the pelt up the hill to the trapper over yonder. Yeah, but yeah, Flight 93 Memorial is just very, like, there's no looking to the future. There's no
Be a good girl now.
no hopefulness for the future at that memorial, which is really kind of strange to me. But whatever. I remember what life was like after the attacks and
Welcome back.
lost some friends
So, buying or selling?
to the War on Terror who I went to school with and
Okay,
all
let's
of that.
take a look at it.
So it's just, yeah, it's very weird to
Nothing quite
to have
like
seen
wearing your
it
best
and it
day's work.
not being you know, no real mention of what happened after. Sorry, I'm just double checking to see what. Alright, we'll buy the ring sombrero. We just sold those for that badger pelt, so that was something new. Not sure we have any other.
Near the canal they're building way down south, ocean to ocean. Been at it for 4 years, still not halfway done. Beggars belief.
Okay. Might have to go hunting for some peccaries and other critters.
Good hunting.
Looks so weird. That hat does not mesh with the world very well. It is literally floating. Doesn't take the light well, so let's get John his own hat back. 2 black bears. 2 black bears.
Come on.
It's very rare that I find 2 of them spawned right on top of each other, but it does happen. But yeah, we'll have to go hunting for some other things.
You coming on, girl?
Easy.
Calm yourself.
Most of our weekend though, it was windy or rainy. There was enough nice sunny weather for us to, you know, go out and hike and do everything we wanted to do, but yeah, our first day we got absolutely soaked and like my sneakers are still wet like 4 days later. And yeah, so I think that pair is just gonna get tossed, and I have another pair that I bought probably almost a year ago that I have never worn because I bought them to replace the current pair because I thought they were starting to get like a crack in the sole, and it never actually materialized. They just wore down and wore down and wore down, and that was it. Okay. Mr. Abel, you have got to quit hiring thugs.
Hell, I remember.
You might remember me, but you are going to die. Alright, we'll just do dead on most of them. Because at least that... Hello. There we go. Oh. You're all gonna die. Come on, you bastards. Really? That's it? Well, so be it. We have bodies to loot. We'll dose up on chewing tobacco because I'm sure we will restock our supply to full while looting these bodies. Not sure how much we're actually going to get. But let's just say we're counting it from the 50. Just to make life easier. I'm hearing a lot of hoofbeats. It don't seem like they're all coming from teak. Granted, I can hear a lot of horses making a lot of racket. Because they're spooked. Ugh. John, don't run into the wagon. Looks like there's horses out there. But I think we'll grab a cowhide. And maybe a horse to sail. Two more. Then we can go and there we go. Ah. Okay. There's a bunch of horses in here. Where are your wagon horses, damn it? All you able thugs ride the Belgian drafts, and you just all have a bunch of little antsy red roan, bay roan Morgans. Where are all your damn draft horses, huh? Anything else worth looting around here? I don't think. I think we're pretty much stocked on things like... Well, we can take a piece of corn. Alright, we'll take a piece of corn. Can't take any more gin. Can't take any more shotgun shells. We can take the Korma rum. I'll always take some rum. I'll take the pear. I don't want the freaking bread roll. Bread in this game is so fucking useless. Except as fishing bait, and even at that, you don't really need to have the bait on you. Or the bread on you to use it as bait. There's some oatcakes though. We'll take some food for Teak and our other horses. So, chipmunk. Alright. Now. Do we want a bull? Do we want a cow? There's a bull cracker.
Gotcha. Stop.
You're about to die.
Excuse me.
Hope he wasn't one that Getty or Abel had stolen off at Getty's. Oh, quit. There we go. Move to you too. Something that we saw when we were out on our little travels back and forth between the state parks and the other sites. There was a lot of the farms out there had their calves out
Come on, lady.
because they are beef farms, not dairy farms. So they kept the calves with their mothers. And the one farm we passed, they looked like the calves were all gathered around their dad, the bull. It looked like, you know, he had a little audience that he was, you know, teaching or lecturing on how to be good cattle. Or bad cattle, depending on the perspective of a farmer. But yeah, it was funny. They were all pretty much standing, all the calves were standing shoulder to shoulder in a semicircle, and the bull was in front of them facing them, and it was cute. A lot of people think of bulls as just being mean and, you know, going after anyone on their turf, but, you know, they actually do turn that territorialness into protectiveness for their calves if they're allowed to live in sort of a more natural herd situation, which is kind of good, or kind of cool. Because you don't often think of, you know, them as having fatherly instincts, but I think that's mainly because so many farming situations, you know, don't leave them to
Glad to see you.
live in that sort of natural herd state.
Right, let's see.
We're just gonna sell the hide. We're not gonna actually check to see what we can buy.
Thanks. So long.
We'll get some more cattle hides and all of that sometime else. I think for now we'll head towards Strawberry, but I kind of want to... I knew I jumped too soon. As soon as I did it. I'm sorry, Teak. John, get over the damn log and get to your horse. She needs some help. There we go. I'm sorry, girl. Would you learn how to walk around corners? Anyways, as I was saying, we're gonna head back towards Strawberry, but I kind of want to take the mountains. Go up on the ridge trail. One of the ridge trails.
That's a girl.
I don't actually climb up here that often, which is kind of sad. Because it is pretty. Some of my favorite views are from up here on the map. Let's see. Forget how I navigate to get a horse up on this side. I need you to not run though, girl. Because otherwise you're not going to make it where I want you to go. Alright. There we go. No! Damn it! I told you not to run! God.
Shit!
Ah.
That should help.
That was very stupid of you. You were not supposed to jump that boulder. Okay. Eat.
Got an appetite.
Yeah. And now have some stimulant.
Easy there.
No, no, no. Don't go over that boulder. My God. And there, we are on the trail. And John needs his winter outfit. There we go. It's one thing that bugs me though about I can't take anything from here because we already have all of those supplies in full. But you're now up above Hanging Dog Ranch. And the chaos we created down there. Of course, we are way too far for anything to spawn. But I do like the big valley from down there, or from up here, looking out across it. So we're there on the mountain.
Let's go, girl.
Okay. Continue on our mountain trail. Follow where I tell you, horse, or I will not be happy about it. Oh, there's the little sundial. Before you do something stupid. Out towards the heartland. There's Valentine. I don't think the landscape allows us to see Emerald Ranch from here. But there's one of the other farms. And let's see. I think that's Emerald Ranch, or not Emerald Ranch. Valentine. Here's the trail. So that's Horseshoe Overlook. No, right there. Right. No, I was right the first time. Because that's the burned out area of the forest, the brush fire. And there is Slimpany beyond where we can see. Yeah, it's right there. You can sort of see the outline of the buildings. The jailhouse, sort of whitish. And then down there is Strawberry. And way over there is Blackwater. And Beecher's Hope won't exactly show up, but that's the general area of Beecher's Hope. And the house isn't there, obviously. And those are the islands off of Clemens Point. And somewhere over there is Saint Denis, but it really can't be seen right now because of the haze. Yeah. So, that is Mount Sean, right? Yeah. Well, just south of Mount Sean. It's weird that you can sort of see further this way than there is map locations to actually make out. But whatever. I didn't say map, I just wanted him to put the binoculars away. Anyways, enough with little sightseeing excursions. Let's head on back down the mountain to Strawberry. Around the rock, please. Thank you. Go along the switchback trail. Check out the giant bones. No, not take that out. Hole in the skull. But where's the other skeleton? There is another skeleton here. A normal-sized human. Oh, there's a cattle skull. Let's just switch over to first person for a moment. Don't ask me why the campfire's being crazy. Oh, there it is in the back. Yeah, you can see the human remains. There we are.
Come on, then.
Alright, let's get up the mountain. Pretty sunset starting. Don't run off the cliff, girl. We already did that once. We don't want to do it again. Straight path until we hit the next switchback set. No, turn, stupid. Sometimes I really question the riding mechanics. Can't make up its mind whether it wants to respond to the mouse or respond to the keyboard. And it's very frustrating. Yep, still 35 degrees. So I'll just stick with the outfit John has on now. It's late at his post. Okay. And we'll just head on down towards rig station. They'll probably camp somewhere down there so I can cook up some.
Hell with you! Calm down on this right quick now.
Whoa,
I'd have ditched
easy.
y'all. Can't do shit right. You said there'd be 25 people here. Patience. There's nobody here, dang it, it's late. Oh, careful! Man.
Usually I prefer blowing these boys up with dynamite, but I'll just shoot them this time. It's only 4 of them, so wouldn't have been worth it to waste the dynamite. Especially considering there's no fence on this side of the map. Got some chewing tobacco. None of them had any money on them? Ah, that sucks. Hello, we need you to go this way, girl. Yeah, doesn't matter if they were leaving. They're being assholes, so we're just gonna kill them anyways. Y'all aren't gonna come and torment Charles. We got enough problems with Skinner Brothers. Okay. Well, we built John a house. We went exploring, took out some Laramie brothers at Abel's ranch. Skinned his bull. What else have we done? A little sightseeing from the top of Mount Sean. That was fun. That's always fun. Alright. Walk our horse around a little.
Let up. That's a girl.
Okay. Let's get her brushed and
Brush it off.
maybe do a little more bonding with her. Maybe we'll get her to level. But I don't think we've had enough time with her since we hit level 3. Because that took
Feel
a while.
good?
Alright. Well, she's all nice and shiny now. Feed her. We could walk her. That usually is the fastest way to get them to bond, but we're gonna settle and cook this beef. There we go. And I also want to replace the arrows that we lost, at least with the amount of feathers that we have. I think I'm missing 4 improved arrows and I only have 3 crafting feathers. Something like that. I still wish there was a quicker way to cook in story mode. Alright. We're saving our big game. Improved arrows. Yeah, we only have enough for 3. Maybe I'll go massacre some ducks in between episodes. Alright. Well, we'll let John sleep and call it an episode. So if you've enjoyed this one, please give it a like and consider subscribing to see more. If you have comments or ideas about what you'd like to see for our next series, I do have some games lined up to bring to the channel, but I'm always interested in what people want to see.
All right, girl.
So yeah. If you have enjoyed it, then please definitely leave some comments. If you have ideas of what you want to see, because I am always looking to bring new series now that we have pretty much run the course with Red Dead Redemption 2. Anyways, John and Teak and I will see you in the next one. For now.